I'm standing here at the very east end of King Street where it joins Queen and then they cross over the Don River, the Don Valley just down here to my right. This is now the West Don Lands. This is one of the precincts identified by Waterfront Toronto for redevelopment, or as they like to call it, revitalization. This large stretch of land to my south, which looks kind of like a battlefield, has actually been under construction for the last 2 years. And what's happening here is that the whole ground level has to be raised multiple meters to create a flood protection landform, because otherwise this whole area here is in the flood zone of the Don River. People think there's nothing happening on the waterfront, but actually that's not true. This land here to my south will be the site of the new Athletes Village. It's being built for the Pan Am Games in 2015. That will house something like 8,000 athletes. And then of course the jewel of the neighborhood will be Don River Park, which will be right down at the south end of the site where the Don River turns to the right at the moment to join the Keating Channel. Best of all, I think that the site will be bisected on an east-west axis by a series of woonerfs. What is a woonerf, you ask? Well, a woonerf is a Dutch concept, and it means that a kind of a street that is shared equally by cars and people, drivers and pedestrians. And they do this by eliminating the curve and paving the road from side to side in a similar fashion, so that there's no distinction between where the people are and where the cars are. It means cars have to drive very slowly and pay attention, and it means the same thing for pedestrians. The idea is also that nobody who lives here will be more than 5 minutes away, a 5-minute walk away from public transit. And as you can hear, there are a lot of streetcars in the neighborhood already. Another one will be added to the south along Queens Quay. So it'll be a fully accessible neighborhood and a fully sustainable neighborhood. In fact, I think this is where the 21st century will actually come into Toronto and become part of Toronto. It's a radical concept for Toronto. Nothing like this has ever happened before, at least not in our lifetime. So everybody's very excited to see how it's going to turn out. But I personally am very optimistic. For thestar.com, I'm Christopher Hume.